I am bitching about my own temper. Um,
Mm.
this weekend, in a 24-hour period, I had two screaming confrontations with strangers in public.
Oh no.
Um, and they were misbehaving. They were
Mm.
being bad. Uh, but what I'm wrestling with is where is the line for me as a middle-aged, uh, cisgendered heterosexual white man, uh, between like being a male Karen busybody and like not being a silent bystander in the face of injustice, as our friend
Ooh.
Jackie Cation says, getting in the way of bad behavior. Uh, because so just briefly, the two incidents were, as you know, I think I've told you. I don't know if I've talked about it on the show. Maybe I did. I've been doing some personal training. Uh,
Oh yes, you
uh,
like to mention that a lot.
yeah. So Nato Green's getting swole. And I was with my personal trainer in the park, and there were a lot of dogs in the park. Not a dog park, but there were a lot
This
of
is the
dogs.
second story that starts with "I was with my personal trainer in
I
the
was with
park."
my
Maybe
personal
maybe the
trainer.
third or fourth you've
Okay.
told on this podcast.
So anyway, and
Okay.
what's relevant for the purposes of the story is my personal trainer was the only black dude in the park.
Yeah.
And a giant pit bull got off leash, jumped on me, jumped on another lady, was scaring people. And the white lady who owned the dog was like, oh, no, 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 didn't apologize or check in with it, see if anybody's okay. She was like, oh, it just reacted that way because it saw that guy as a threat. Um, and and
What?
and I like lost my shit, and immediately like my dad voice came out, and I was like, what is wrong with you? Who raised you? The appropriate response in this situation is to say, I'm sorry, are you okay? uh so like,
But you
and like,
said it kind of like that because
oh
like
yeah, 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 yeah. But you know how like, that thing where people will
fuck.
like, something will happen to people, somebody in a situation, and they'll be like, what I would have said was,
Right.
and then they'll tell you that story. I am very much the person who will say the thing and make it weird in public just because I want to get the good story out of it.
Yeah. Oh no,
Um,
I've been there when you've done that, but that's so fucked up. I'm
yeah,
sorry. I would have lost my shit.
right. So it's like I feel like I was justified, but also like I a little bit scared myself by how mad I got. Then, not 24 hours later, I was taking my kids to get flu shots. We were at Kaiser Hospital. The line was down the street out the front door, and there was a guy standing at the entrance with a speaker blasting anti-vaccine propaganda just at people waiting in line for medical treatment. Um, and
Like out of a bullhorn? I thought you were gonna say music, but no, it
no,
was.
no, 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 it was like a Bluetooth speaker that was connected to his phone.
Oh god.
And so I
Just
took his,
like Dan Bongino going
yeah,
like, if masks worked, you know.
right. So like, so I took his picture, and then he like came at me and, jumped in my face and was, swearing at me and stuff. And I realized, and I am so not this person, that like I was ready to fight. And maybe because I've been working out too much and I'm a little bit hopped up on feeling my triceps ripple on the daily, but
Oh
like
wow. Uh-huh.
it took me like a solid 45 minutes for my fist to unclench, and I was like, okay, so like, what does it mean about me that I may be about to get in my first fisticuffs at, as an adult at, at 46? And then again, like I was right. He was misbehaving, and Kaiser wasn't doing anything about it, but also like I went into a blind rage. And so I was like, partly I just feel like everything is broken. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
the system is unraveling. Like I have this pent up anxiety just like everybody else. And for me, it's coming out because it's America and I'm not allowed to ever see a therapist. Um, it's coming out in me just like, channeling all of my pent up rage and frustration into, strangers in public who are legitimately misbehaving and deserve it, but like may not,
No, that's that lib in you though. Here's my thing. I feel like Karens and Kevins and crazy racists and anti-vaxxers have been taking up so much of the public space lately that your reactions were completely justified. And it's like, yeah, man, we all have enjoyed watching some racists get their ass beat. I'm sorry, it's true. So
oh
I
yeah.
would say keep getting swole, Daddy NATO,
Hmm.
and take him down next time. And no, I don't advocate violence, and I would love to get a sponsor one day on this show, but if NATO got to cut a bitch, so be it.
Can you imagine the story of like, oh yeah, I fought a guy in front of my children in the lobby of Kaiser Permanente. Like,
it would not be the first time that someone fought a guy in front of the Kaiser Permanente in front of their kids. Just saying. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/bitchuation room. Do it.